Hello, Relational Realtors. Oh, I've got a logo on my head. I hope y'all are having a fabulous week so far. I am so excited about tonight's happy hour. We've got Dorothy Hanlon, who is the co-owner and broker of Exit Magic City in Birmingham, Alabama, who will be hosting. And she has invited some big hitters, y'all. We've got Cathy with ARC Realty, I believe the Hoover office. And we've got Isaac McDow, who is a young gun with Keller Williams Vestavia. So without further ado, let me bring on Dorothy O'Hanlon. I hear the applause. There she is. Hello,
hey,
Dorothy.
Anna. How are you, honey?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks so much for having me on. I'm looking forward to this, and I'm so excited to spend the next hour or so with Cathy O'Berry and Isaac McDow, two of my favorite agents to co-op with and work with, and I can't wait for them to share what they do. Like you mentioned, Cathy has been in the business 20 plus years. She's got over 500 buyers, 500 sellers, so she's definitely can talk to both sides of the transaction. Isaac, he hadn't been in it but 3 years, but he is killing it. He is motivated. He's been in the same community for like 30 something years, and he's just owning it. I can't wait for it to share what they do on a daily basis. And the theme for tonight is staying connected. So we're talking about socially distancing, but right now we really need to stay connected in our business. So I'd love to bring them on, and let's just get started.
Oh, come on. Cathy O'Berry, come on down. Isaac McDowell, come on down.
Yay!
Hello.
Hey, Cathy. Hey, Isaac.
Hello.
Thank you guys so much for joining me and for participating with Relational Realtor. It's a great little thing you started here, Jana, which is all about being cooperative, which is what we want to be. We want to be cooperative within agents in our MLS and in our neighborhood and people that we're getting the opportunity to work with. So I appreciate you guys, and I have enjoyed working with both of you on deals in the past, and I know we're going to have lots more together as well. So thanks very much. So what we thought we would talk about, and the three of us have had, a little meeting about this prior to, was we want to talk to everybody about staying connected and how are we doing that in these times when we've got this virus. And I heard the greatest acronym recently for virus, which is Vital Imaginative Realtors Ultimately Succeed. So we can take this virus and we will be able to work through it. So I thought we'd just talk about what do we do daily. So Cathy, you and Isaac, just talk about what is your routine look like? Your Monday to Friday, we know that every day is a little different, but what's your routine look like?
We've got a technical difficulty. She can't hear us. So the way we've dealt with this in the past is I'm going to ask her, well, you can hear me, right, Cathy?
I can hear you.
Okay.
And I hate to tell you this, exit completely out of Be Live and come back in.
Oh,
okay.
No. Oh, no.
That's the only way it'll fix.
All right. So, Isaac, we'll start with you. Share what your daily routine would look like. And what we'd like to do is we want to show that is going to make the difference right there. But what's your daily routine?
One of the things I think this virus has done for me is it has taught me to actually work a normal schedule better than I had in the past.
Fantastic.
My intention now is to get up, to have my morning time with my family, to time reading or just some personal growth time. And by 8:30, I'm in my office, which I literally kiss my children and kiss my wife and tell them goodbye. And I'm going to work. And I come down into my bunker, my office down in the basement, and I start work. So the first 30 minutes I spend preparing my call list, getting ready for the day, anything that's outstanding, I just have to get done. By 9 o'clock, I'm making my phone calls, my lead generation phone calls, calling people on a call list, or leads that I had from an old open house or old Facebook ads that did, things like that. Any call list for sell by owners expires, whatever you do, whatever business you're going after, that's that call list. 11 to 12 is follow up on past leads, nurturing old leads, anything like that. I take a break for lunch. In the afternoon, I get my admin done as early as I can, and any appointments that I have in the afternoon, and in the evening, showings, listing appointments, those types of things.
Awesome. And that's Monday to Friday. That's kind of the routine.
Monday to Friday.
Have some closings in there or webinars and things like that, but that's what you protect.
The lead gen is the thing you have to protect.
Absolutely.
The admin can flex sometimes if you have somebody who needs to see a house right at 1 o'clock, or I'll move some of my lunches, and most of my closings right now we're not supposed to go to.
That's right. Stay in the car or something. Cathy, share your kind of your daily routine Monday to Friday that you protect your business.
Okay, I'm not as structured as you, Isaac. My coach is working with me. And of course, I've been in the business for 23 years, and I still have a coach. I've always been coached the whole time I've been in the business. But anyway, I get up in the mornings, and I'm typically at the gym at about 5 o'clock. So doing yoga or just doing a workout. But since that has stopped, I try to go out in my backyard and do that. But anyway, after that, my coach is training me to block off from 8 until 10. And he even made me put that on my voicemail. And that is my time to do lead generation and to work on my homes, work on the marketing of the houses, and follow up with things that I need to follow up with. And that's to make my phone calls to my prospective sellers and my prospective buyers. And that is the time that I use to do searching for the buyers that I work with. And then after that, I typically don't eat during the day. I'm a meal prepper, and I have my lunchbox fixed with my fruits and veggies. And as I'm driving down the road, I'm eating. So but that's when my appointments begin. And so it's a little difficult for me to be a little structured because I've closed on, I think, 25 houses already this year. So I had 6 closings from last week up until today. So it is a little more difficult for me to be structured. So
well, you've got that push and pull of the clients that are helping you in your day. And I love that you're here and you're sharing, because what we want to share with everybody is that business has not slowed down.
not
right?
at all.
Not at all. Yeah. Isaac, you seen that something different on that?
My business has in the past been very heavy April and May. Last year, I did 48% of my business in April and May.
Very good.
This year, I did not.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that will be a little later. And part of that is how I've run my business, and the intention of the structure now is to flatten that curve.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, absolutely. We just participated with a webinar with Brian Buffini, and he had a great point. He says, spring is when we have the best business. But he says, don't worry, because spring is going to happen in summer, because it got kind of postponed a little bit, but not for Cathy. So don't fret. It's still going to come. So as agents are getting their routines, and I think what we're seeing, and Isaac, you're saying you didn't do this so great before, but you realize that this is so important to have that routine and that habit. And as Cathy said, coaches will help you with that as well. You've got to have that habit. So I want us all to reach out and applaud every agent who's watching this, or who will watch this when we share it later, is that don't fret. If you haven't had it in place, you can still reset. You can still do this. You can still get this in place, because it's never too late to start. It's never too late to open up your book of business, your database, and get in there. So speaking of databases, you all have one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so important. We don't want to fly by the seat of our pants and not remember who we've worked with, or who maybe has reached out to us, or we've met on open houses. So you've got to create that book of business in a way that you can manage it. Do you guys use, what kind of system do you guys use for your database?
I'm not very
Excel?
elaborate, but
Mm-hmm.
I use Realty Juggler, and that's just, it's just a cheap CRM. I use Realty Juggler. It's easy for me to use.
It's a good
And
one.
yeah, and then my company has a great website that we intertwine those. And I've looked at different CRMs, but
Mhm.
you know what? I stay so busy, it's hard for me to just sit and get focused on that. So I just stay with Realty Juggler.
Well, they say,
I'm with Realty Juggler.
Mhm.
I've been with them. Sorry, Dorothy. I had to jump in, and she's talking CRM. I'm a recovering database administrator as well as a paralegal. But anyway, Realty Juggler I pay $99 a year. It does everything for you.
It really does. Yeah.
All I have to say.
But
So
they,
I'm
what they say,
referral maker saying that.
Ryan Buffini, what they say is the best CRM is the one you
Have one.
use. The one you use. So it can be an Excel spreadsheet or whatever, but whatever you're going to use. And index cards. I remember, and I've known Cathy for 10 plus years, and when I first got in, we were Rick DeLuca was the guy that we would follow, right? And he was like, "Get your index cards and keep your."
That's right.
So
That's Gary Keller too, the
yeah,
black box.
absolutely, absolutely. So the point is, make sure you're finding a way to manage, right? Manage your people, and keep in contact with them, and keep those daily habits. And the other thing we just said is make sure you time block, right? Like Cathy was saying, she's got a mentor. Isaac, do you have a mentor?
I do. I have a coach through Keller Williams.
Absolutely. And Cathy, you said you're using a Tom Ferry.
Yes, I'm using Tom Ferry, but I also have two other coaches as well. So I've got three coaches, and
Well,
I'm just a coach crazy person.
if success is measured by coaches, I'm gonna go get some more coaches, because you got it
Yeah.
going. Yeah, absolutely. So I think it's hopefully refreshing for agents that are listening, is that everybody has a coach, and everybody should utilize a coach. Coaches are great for keeping you focused, highlighting with some hard, maybe love, what we're not doing that we should be doing. Basically, they're a step above an accountability partner. Have you guys ever used an accountability partner?
I have a couple of people in my sphere that we'll talk about. Hey, are you? We haven't gone so far to say we're accountability partners, but we'll just kind of ask each other, just because that's the kind of people we are.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a script partner that we meet once a week and go over scripts.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this is what I'm looking this week. Let me practice it. Give me some pointers. Tell me what you think.
Absolutely. You've got to hone your skill, right? You've got to go out there and practice what you're going to say, so you can come off as professional, right? My love of scripts is that it's a place to start. You're going to make it your own. Like Cathy, you probably have your own script, right? You've got your listing presentation, your buyer's presentation, and it's probably nothing that anybody else duplicates, but it's at the same time, it's a script.
It is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do the same thing because it works. Right?
That's right. I mean, I had a coaching call this morning. My coaching call is at Wednesday morning, 7:30 every Wednesday. And he was reminding me of pricing strategies, and that I'm never to select the price. The seller always selects the price. We put the pricing strategies in front of him, and he selects what he wants. So, yeah, I mean, it's the importance of being coached is, I just can't stress it enough. I mean, I've been in this business for a long time, and I never want a young realtor to know more than me. So I'm constantly learning.
Well, I think you're doing good, honey. I admire you so much. With the coaching and that, the thing I want to stress to new people is, when you're just starting, just go to your broker, right? Get your broker to help you, and find someone in your office that does it well, and knock on their door and ask for help. That's the biggest thing I find too, is don't be afraid to ask for help. And obviously there are people who have a heart that want to share in that, and that's the reason we're here tonight. So,
Well, and
Dorothy,
can I crack on that?
Yeah.
I had to go in the office today to get some mail and some different things. And there was an agent I kind of bumped into. She's doing very well. She's having some really good success. And I mean, you stand in the hallway like, hey, where are you getting most of your business? Is it from your sphere? And like, I got 2 or 3 really good nuggets from that conversation. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. And everybody has their own focus in their business. My coach was talking to me last week. I've sat on, one leg on this stool of my business for so long, and it's a good leg. It's a solid leg. Mm-hmm. But in hard times, like that leg is just a little bit wobbly. If your stool has like 3 legs of lead generation, your sphere of influence can be the biggest one. But if you have 2 more that's for sale by owners or farming neighborhood, like, it's going to be more stable. And so I got a couple of really good nuggets just from conversation in the hallway. So absolutely, there are people and they want to share.
Even somebody that's new, right? Yeah, somebody who's new, get good ideas from it. And like you're saying, your book of business will develop from all these. Like, Cathy, you probably are very relational. Probably people referring you a lot, yes. Right? Which is what we want. And what we want for every agent listening is, you always have to go and beat the drum, like Isaac's saying, what's working, go out there and find it. But ultimately, you want to put them in your database and massage it and have that relationship, so then their kids, their grandparents, whomever is selling, you're their agent, which is what I think Cathy is good at, right? Because she's build a relationship.
Yeah, it's sad to say I'm selling children houses now. A long time ago. I love it.
That's good.
I started doing this. I'm not a big television watcher, so I feel like that's just such a huge waste of time. But when I'm sitting around, if I ever do, I like to sit on my porch at night. And when I'm getting ready for work in the morning, I always have my iPad. And before I became a coaching member of Tom Ferry, I would just go online. He has a wealth of information that you can just watch on listing tools and how to price things, and so much information on the internet that we didn't have when I first began. It was like we're scratching and clawing trying to get all the information. We had no training whatsoever. They threw us to the wolves and said, go do it. So, but now with all the information that's out there, there's just no reason why you can't find out whatever it is that you need at that moment. I mean, I've been researching today how to market, a $3 million house, and there's just so many things that you can find on the internet.
That's such a good point, in that we must constantly be developing ourselves. Mm-hmm. We must constantly be pouring back into yourself and developing yourself and all of your skills, because the one way we learn how to do it won't work, right? Or it needs to adapt. So even talking about that, which is a great segue, thank you. Because now with the virus, what are you finding that you're doing the most to get in with people? You're doing things virtual, right? So have you guys had any virtual open houses?
I did.
No, you haven't? we've got some sellers that are kind of, leery of a lot of people traipsing through their homes right now. So a great way to have an open house is to do it virtually. So you still demonstrate the home and show the home and go through it. But I believe one of the very first videos I ever saw was of you, Cathy Berry, doing a virtual open house. So yeah. So, but I think the
I
focus.
thought I was the first. Cathy was the first. Oh, the second.
Yeah, but she was one of the very first ones because I know I feel very Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
But they had just come out with making videos and doing that, and I don't think that's changed at all. You should still be doing that, finding different ways to get out there and demonstrate your product. The main thing is let people know you're in business, right?
Exactly.
So what are some good ways that agents can show that they're in business?
This was recommended by Cathy O'Berry.
That's right.
Yeah.
There's some nuggets here. Very grab pen and paper, people, because there's going to be some nuggets. Yeah.
By the way, y'all are getting lots of thumbs up and hearts.
Awesome. Don't let us run over any questions, Jana. Anybody pops up any questions on there?
Well, Cathy Dooley says, "Hey y'all, there's a laughter face."
Good to hear.
I'll let you know. Charlie Snow, which I already gave him one, said, "Hello, friends."
Oh, nice.
Hello.
But if a question pops up, I'll intersect.
All right, perfect. So what are some ideas that we can share with people about what they can still be doing to get in front of people to let them know they're in business? So you can post on social media, right?
Well, the way they're teaching me is, and it's just a phrase that has really stuck with me because they kept saying that the market was going to be a V-shaped, and because of everything that's going on, it has nothing to do with the housing market. So I feel like once all of this is over with, I mean, we're still going to come back with a vengeance. So is what my coach is teaching me is load your cannon now. Get ready because it is going to come back and it's going to be fast and furious. So it's what I'm doing now is during my hours of power, I call it, and I am calling people. I'm calling everybody that has even mentioned to me, hey, I want to sell my house, and trying to update them on what's going on. And I am reaching out to all the buyers, and I have whiteboards that I constantly am writing on. I have my buyers list, I have my sellers list, and I'm staying really close in contact with them. I'm sending out personal letters. And I do this all the time when I'm driving down the road, and when you've sold, 1,300 homes, you pass by a lot of houses, and every time I pass by a house, or not every time, but I try to do this as frequently as possible, but I always try to send them a text, hey, I just passed by your house, I hope everything's good.
I love that.
So, and two, I just got bomb for the second time, and I thought, by George, I'm going to use it this time. And now I have, since I've had bomb the last couple of weeks, I've had a couple of referrals to come in, and once they text me or reach out to me, I just automatically go for my phone. If I'm driving down the road, I stop on the side of the road. Hey, I just got your text. I wanted to introduce myself and put a face with who you're talking to. Thank you so much, and I will get back with you just as soon as I get back to my computer. And I text it, and then immediately I do another video. Thank you so much for that referral. I just, this is the lifeline of my business. I don't even know what I could do for you, but thank you so much. And you send those a text, I mean, you're going to get a response immediately. I mean, I did that just day before yesterday, and the girl said, I can't believe you just sent me a video. But I'll tell you who really taught me to do that, and that's Jason Durbin. And he used to be with Keller Williams, and now he's the 210 warranty guy. But he is the expert when it comes to bomb.
Awesome. That's an awesome nugget about how you're staying in touch and get absolutely. Being able to reach out and use that technology too. We have so much technology at the tips of our fingers, right? We have where, like you said, you get a text, you send them a video. We get a text saying they're looking at my property. I can call them up because I got their phone number. And so there's just so much great technology out there. And you made a great point, was just go and look for it. It's right there. Go on YouTube. Tom Ferry, Brian Buffini, Bob McKenna. There's all kinds of great people out there.
Ricky Caruth.
Yeah.
He's great. Wow.
Absolutely. There are a lot of people that come from the heart and just want to, to help you any way that they can. So we've touched on that everybody needs to work on their business every day. You can either work on your business or in your business. So we want to make sure that you're working on your business to keep it going. And we've talked about different ways they connect. Talked about creating goals. That would be the next thing I want to talk about with everybody is we don't haphazardly say, I need to call so many people or I need to do this. We start with a goal. When did you guys make your, Jana?
Can I throw something out there?
Mm-hmm.
Who is struggling with the normal routine? Please comment and ask your questions. So if life's different, it's going to stay different for a while. So if you're struggling during this time, we're here to help you.
Absolutely.
Happening every day. So please ask questions, and because I'm looking and
happy.
One thought says I try to meet folks when slinging pops. Yeah. I love you, Lori Weidenbach.
I'm gonna say that's gotta be Lori Weidenbach.
Hey, Lori.
Hey, Lori.
Everybody loves Lori.
Yeah.
Love Lori.
We're gonna pray for some hot weather.
And colored in my hair.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so definitely I'll reach out to you because I've already got some really cool ideas. Maybe what that rapper should say. Cars on the house, call Lori Weidenbach, right? So that's what I'm gonna be putting on my Prios.
That's right.
When did you guys set your goals for 2020? Because I think people might be surprised it wasn't today. Yeah.
Set my goals for 2020 in December.
Absolutely. You set those last year, right? And the thing that I want to share is that we want to make sure that when we set our goals, that we also go back and look at them, right? So you set your goals for 2020. It's almost June 1. How are you doing? Right? How are you doing for that? Again, Brian Buffini's awesome. He says, guess what? He says, you can do 9 months or 12 months of work in 9 months, right? You can still make your goals happen.
So it's funny you bring this up. You can't read it, but there's this little piece of paper on my wall over here that I looked at my goal yesterday, came up with the number. Hey, this is my goal, and this is where I am, and this is my gap. So if I take the rest of the year, because I'm behind, the rest of the year, and divided by however many months, what are we, 7 months left? Like, this is what you got to do every month to make that goal. So now, okay, so this is what you got to do every month. So what activities do you have to do every week and every day? You break it down to like if you're going to eat, how do you eat a horse?
How to eat an elephant.
One bite at a time. Like, you got to take that first bite and just keep like each step. I've never hiked it, but I kind of have a dream of hiking the Appalachian Trail, and it's a long trail, and it takes a lot of preparation, a lot of time. But like, you got to get up every day, you got to hike, you got to plan ahead, but you have to hike about this far every day, and you just have to take the next step and the next step and take every step as it comes to you, and just make sure you keep taking the right steps and know how many you have to take that day before you can sign off at the end of the day.
Right.
Thumbs up, y'all.
Absolutely.
Thumbs up on
We
that.
have a book club that we're doing, and we just read The Slight Edge. And exactly what you just said, Isaac, is it's not hard to do. Actually, it's easy to not do. So what we have to remember is you just have to do it every day. You can't make up today. Today's the only today you get, because you can't change yesterday and you can't change tomorrow. Love me some Og. But you just have to do it exactly what you said. Break it down and just do it every day. You just have to be consistent, make a habit, and go out there and do it every day.
You're the third person to mention that book to me in like 2 days, so I guess I need to order it.
It's a good book. You're going to like it. It's a good book.
Read it in one sitting. Are you talking about Slight Edge or Mandino?
All right. Slight Edge is Hal Elrod. Hal Elrod is Slight Edge. That's a good one. And that's a good point. You got to, like we were saying, you got to keep putting good stuff in, whether it's Greatest Salesman, Slight Edge, how to not suck at a video, whatever it is, right? You got to keep pouring into yourself. Is there anything that we could share with how to let people know you're in business? How do you let people know that you're a real estate agent and that you serve buyers and sellers? Any tips we can share with that?
You know, I'm trying to master this, and during all of this COVID, it's been a little bit of a learning, I guess, for me. So I have had a chance to go on to the computer and I've been learning Facebook Ad Manager. I've been trying to really perfect that, and because that is one of the greatest ways that I think that you can constantly shout to people, I'm in real estate. So I think learning social media, Instagram is what I love the most, more so than Facebook. And I think it's so important for realtors to have business accounts, because you can track the backside of it, and that's how you reach your audiences. So I have really tried to master that during this time. So
that's the best way to be able to find out if it works or not, right? So
yes.
You say, it's no different than I sent out 1,000 postcards.
Yeah.
How do you know, if it works? With Facebook, you have the way to go in and manage it and say, oh, I got to hit here, I got to hit here. People drop off there. Obviously, yellow's not my color. I don't know. But you got to go back and analyze it, right? How about you, Isaac? What do you do to let people know that you're in business?
I am very present on Facebook and Instagram. I have a different approach on each one. I have, like Cathy said, I have the business page for Facebook and the business page on Instagram and the personal page on Facebook, the personal page on Instagram. So I'm always posting this, that, and the other. And I use those platforms to reach out to people. I mean, you think about how many people have a birthday every day on Facebook, and hey, it's so good to see you. I'm not like commenting on their page. I'm sending them a message, trying to create conversation. And then I'm taking that information, taking it back to my CRM, which I got lost in that conversation. I use Command, which is Keller Williams CRM. Log their birthday in there. Hey, Jeremy Smith's birthday is on April 14th. So I've also, since quarantine started, I think I've reached out to about 90% of my database, either by phone or text, just calling, hey, how are you doing? I want to reach out and see how during these difficult times I can be a resource to you. Is there anything, real estate or not, that I can be of service to you right now?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Dorothy, we have a calendar. We also have a calendar. It's a daily calendar of things to do.
I can barely hear you, darling.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. We have a calendar that we go by, and it's things to do every single day. And Isaac, that's one good point that you made. And this is something that Tom Ferry, being in his coaching program, teaches us is, we can't spend all of our days and all of our time on social media because we do have a job to do. We do need to list, sell, and negotiate. But that's what I try to do as much as possible during the day if I've got a downtime, is just go on Facebook or go on Instagram or LinkedIn or whatever and comment on as many people as you can and join as many groups as you can, neighborhood groups or, networking groups. And I think and offer advice. You hear all the time, hey, who knows a roofer? Well, I'm on there. I've got one. I've got one.
Yeah.
And, just be an information source and, not hold it.
Yeah. One of the things that we get stressed to a lot with Exit is you got to come from a place of empathy, right? It's like you were saying, Isaac, you're just trying to help people. Whether, like Cathy says, I know the roofer, or happy birthday, or how's your kids, how's your mom, just coming from a place of empathy. But many times we'll think it but not post it. So we want to make sure that we do that. And I know there's an algorithm out there that says that we should do, and I'm not sure exactly what the breakdown is, but we should do 10 likes, five posts and 3 shares or something like that. Yeah, something like that.
I think it's 10 likes, 5 comments, and 1 post.
And 1 post. Okay. And that will be the daily calendar. You got to do it daily. And with video becoming such a big part of all those things, we got to get comfortable doing video. I heard another good one is like, look what you look like and it's how much you look like. Get over it and get out there. So just get out there and make some videos. And some ways people can do that, just go out and let people know what's going on in their community. Hey, did you know our office is right down the street from Tony's Hot Dogs? So, hey, did you know Tony's Hot Dogs has got their dining room back open 50%? And so, we're always trying to support our local restaurants and local firefighters, and definitely all your safety people and all that stuff. So,
Pet Smart. I saw that post. That was awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. So just let people know that you're in business. Let people know about the community. Let people know you're there to help them. Let people know, like Cathy said, I'm a great resource for you, whether you need a dog walker or a plumber or, the good restaurant to go to. Yep, Anna?
Yeah.
Pointing at Isaac.
What?
I was pointing at Isaac. Sorry.
Hey, Dorothy, something that I did, and I've been wanting to do this for such a long time, but I was terrified. And it was to have a client party. And I was so afraid no one would show up. But this past December, I booked it like the 1st of December because everybody gets too busy in the middle or at the end. So what we did was we hosted a party. I live in Lake Wilburn. And so we rented the clubhouse over there, and they had it decorated beautifully. And they had an outside fireplace and all that stuff. So anyway, we, I guess, got everything scheduled through the Hoover Police Department. And we hosted a Christmas party. And we asked everybody to come, please bring a toy. And so we took all those toys that we got, which was probably 100 toys. We took them all to the police department. And they were able to give toys out for Christmas. And it was just, we crushed it. It was awesome.
What a great event. You got to share. You got to tell people you're in business. You got to thank your clients. You got to raise awareness for your toy drive. You got the toys. You showcase your police.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
It was fun.
And you had fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. And we do a lot of Brian Buffini, peak producers, and that's one of the things he says that we should do. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to call you so you can help me out. So,
well, if you're part of my business is focused around client events, and I had a Barons game scheduled for the first week of the baseball season get canceled.
Delayed.
Well, it gave me delayed. Thank you. It gave me the opportunity to reach back out to people. Hey, our Barons game was canceled. We're looking forward to doing it whenever we can get together with you guys again. We're looking forward to that time. Keep your ears out for when that happens. How are you guys doing?
Great. I like baseball. I'm just saying.
I noticed somebody mentioned, hey, roll that budget you had for a client event into another Brian Buffini thing. Do some pop-by gifts.
Absolutely.
My favorite is I saw somebody do a whole bunch of succulents and passed them out to everybody, and it said, "It sucks not seeing you."
We got some peeps, and we said, "I miss my peeps." lots of good ideas for that. Absolutely. So the main thing too is we want to remember we got to touch people an average of 9 times to make them remember us, right? So different ways that we've talked about. You can have a client event, invite them to baseball, have a Christmas party, do some pop-bys. You're definitely going to call them, email them, send them a newsletter. Like, it's so easy to think of, it says 9, but there's so many ways you can think of at least 13 to 20 touches a year if you try, right? To reach out to them and remind them that you're in business. But I love the nuggets that I've gotten. So bonbon is one of the things I wrote down for sure. And I love that story where you said you got a text, you immediately made a video and sent it out to them, and they were duly impressed that you were able to remember them, get it to them, and turn it around. Love that. I can't read that.
Why I bought this was for bonbon.
Well, you know what? I remember the first time.
And you're like, please open.
But you know what I do? It's easy because I'll open a text instantly. It might take me a minute to open an email, but now, you can send it through a text, and I always say, hello, call them by name. Hey, I sent you a video. Make sure you watch it. And I've had great success with that so far. Yeah. But I just know how I felt when Jason Durbin sent me that message. It was a video, but it came through my email. I just picked up the phone and called him. I was like, how'd you do that? I don't know what you said, but tell me how you did that.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. And again, Jason has a great heart for people, right?
Yes, he does.
That might be someone you could get on, Jana. You can call Jason and get him to come on. He's a great heart for people. Yeah. Always looking for how you can grow people and get them. So hopefully people have gotten something from us and from you guys sharing. You guys are killing it. I know you're busy, and I just appreciate you so much sharing. And all we want to do is help people, help agents to be better. And it's easy to do, but it's easy to not do. So make sure you do it every day. Like Isaac was saying, break it down. Just do it every day, and you'll be able to have a great career. Even today with the virus, which is vital, imaginative realtors ultimately succeed. So we can do it. You got any questions on there for us, Jana? We don't want to take up all the time with people tonight. Or their glasses are empty and they need to refill or something else.
Oh, we don't want empty glasses. I got the whole bottle here. Here we go. James Hilligas says this is awesome. Lori says Jeff Olson, Flight Edge. Megan says my favorite book. Lori Weinbach, you inspire me, Lori, for this.
That's right. I'm going to get coffee.
Hey, kids. And Lori, who, you're close to my heart right now, is because she's my success partner, says, excellent. And I don't know what that was too, but I believe all 3 of you are excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All 3 of you inspire me.
Jana, I love your platform. You know, Relational Realtor, it's all about just helping build them. You've had affiliates on there, you've had agents on there, you've had people who are just sharing, and that's what we all want to do, is we just want to help each other be the best version of themselves they can be, and whatever we can do. If we missed any questions, you guys give a shout out for how people can get in touch with you if you want to share that.
Yeah,
Sure.
Isaac, how do they get in touch with you, love?
Yeah, I mean, connect with me anywhere on Facebook, on Instagram. It's just Isaac McDow on both. If you want to reach out to me by phone or email, 205-621-5355, or my email is real complicated, isaacmcdow@kw.com.
And tonight you're going to accept my friend request.
Did you add me?
I said,
Are we not friends on Facebook?
oh no, how are we not?
Today. Yeah. Cathy?
Well, I just want to tell anybody, if you have any questions, I've been doing this for a long time, please feel free to call me. I've had 3 agents to call me over the last couple of days, just saying, hey, I want your opinion. And I mean, I'll give it to you. So be careful what you ask.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But I really do mean that. I'll be glad to help anybody that needs some help. And you can text me is the best way. And it's 205-965-3147.
Awesome.
Message me, send a pigeon, whatever.
Yeah, okay. You guys can reach me by texting Dorothy to 85377 and download my mobile business card. And it's got all my contact information on it. So thank
And
you.
Isaac, Cathy, you can contact me by texting Janet May to 85377. It's so groovy. But I just want to share with Isaac and Cathy that we did a trial Be Live, and I sent a text to Dorothy, and I just said, I love Cathy and Isaac. And I was talking about surrounding Dorothy, you beget what you are. So I don't mean to preach, but I mean, just pure of heart, and y'all are pure of heart, and I am so grateful I got to meet y'all through Relational Realtor. I'm pretty sure I've met you, Isaac, at some bold classes in the past.
That's right.
But I didn't get to know you until now, and that's because of Dorothy. So I am so grateful for all 3 of y'all. Thank you.
I appreciate both of you coming on with us and your time. And we've had some fun this week. And if I could ever do anything for either one of you, and I know we're going to do so much business together. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm Facebook friends with Cathy O'Berry.
I just added you.
I responded quickly.
Italian Jewish guilt being poured all over you.
I also just added you to my friends list that's Birmingham Realtors. So, you know.
Oh,
Perfect.
wow.
Like I was saying, join the group.
Facebook friend list. Look at it.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's any questions. Thank you. Great information. Relational Realtors, y'all are awesome. We are here for you. And if you need anything, PM any of the admins or any of the members. And I just want to ask y'all to stay safe, stay healthy, and get out there and kill it. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Thanks,
Bye,
Jana.